Burriss and
Cassandra Fuller.
Welcoming you to 6 in the City on what is a gorgeous day today.
Outside.
It's going to be colder by the weekend, so anyway,
right.
that's where we are. But anyway, so we're
working
things out today.
It's a shame we can't.
Yeah.
We replay the show, but it's a shame we can't replay the weather.
Yeah, be outside. Anyway, we got March Madness coming up, and it starts as we're doing the show on Tuesday tonight, and so you can follow that. The games will be from the NCAA on TBS, CBS, TNT, and even True TV.
That's right.
It's going to be carrying some of this basketball. Go to Jackson Energy Authority on Facebook. And Carrie's got all the details there, how to find it and how to handle it on your device.
She'll be updating the post to let you know what's going on. So you'll find out all about March Madness on our Facebook page.
Now, about this show.
That's right.
Dr. Rao's going to be with us.
He's with Tenova. He's a gastroenterologist.
Well, I'm so glad you said that.
Well, I figured I had to say it because, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, I trip up. Hannah Riley is with us, Kayla Williams, and Rob Beebe with us, and we're going to talk about Alice in Wonderland that's coming this weekend to the Carl Perkins Civic Center. And Diane Robinson and Dave Bratcher are with us because the Star Center's got a special show coming up with the Ned with the King Bees.
The King Bees.
We're going to get details of that. And
it's that time of year again. When Christy Futrell shows up, you know it's time for Go Red for Women. So she's
wearing her red today.
She is. It's coming up April 6th.
All right.
And then Rhonda Hopkins Richards is here. She's owner of Rhonda's Travel Corner. And then she has a guest with her, Chantilly Silverton.
A very dangerous woman.
Not so sure how it's going to end up because she's a grieving widow.
She was propositioning me hard until she realized I didn't have any money.
Well, she's a grieving widow, so you never know what she's going to do. But they're with Tin Pot Entertainment.
Told her I'd run into people like her before, and that's why I didn't have any money. You know what I mean? So we're going to find out all about that. And then Jeff Brown is with us. We got Holy Week services coming up next week as we make the transition through the rest of Lent into Easter. So all that's coming up. Plus, Jennifer Weems and Tony Burriss are with us. And we got great music coming up with 30 Wonderful, all on this 6 in the City.
Franny Smith, host of EPlusTV 6 cooking show At Home on the Range. Our show features some of Jackson's best cooks, regular folks just like you and me that enjoy home entertaining and sharing their culinary skills. Join us each week as our guests share favorite family recipes, tips for entertaining, and delicious fare from the natural gas kitchens at Kaufman's Home Furnishings and Appliances. Have fun with local folks who are going to help you feel more at home on the range.
Now get even more channels with your EPlus broadband cable subscription. Check out the new channels. In the expanded tier, we moved BBC America to channels 86 to 86 HD. In the Digital Plus tier, we added the Independent Film Channel, channels 112 and 712 HD, and Sundance TV on 108, 708 HD. For a copy of the new lineup, go to EPlusBroadband.com.
First Baptist Church is about making disciples, building community, serving others, equipping families, and above all, glorifying God. We'd love to have you join us. First Baptist Church, for God, His gospel, and His glory.
Welcome back to 6 in the City, and we start with the subject of colon cancer and the colon cancer awareness and all that's coming up. Dr. Rao is with us.
March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, so we wanted to.
Dr. Rao is a gastroenterologist with Tenova here in Jackson, Tennessee. It's good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Not the most pleasant of subjects, but I was sharing that I had a colonoscopy right after I turned 50, at my wife's insistence.
And that's how it actually works out. The men are brought by the women.
Well, the doctor told me I would have probably been dead within a couple of years if I hadn't had it done. That's been 16 years ago.
And it's very important that that message get out because it is a preventable cancer. And it's something that we can actually make a difference on. So colon cancer is actually the third-ranking cancer in the country, second cause of cancer, death. Ooh. And it's preventable by finding precancerous growths called polyps and removing them before they go to cancer. Yeah. So our current guidelines are everyone by the age of 50 should have one if they're at average risk. If they have risk, a little sooner. And then the recommendation is every 10 years for average risk, 3 to 5 years for those people at risk.
Yeah, mine are every 3 years, so just high risk. I continue to be high risk.
Yeah,
so what are signs, or not signs, I guess, but if you're going to do this earlier than 50, it would be because of what?
Family history.
Okay.
Yeah, so remember the colon's not a rigid tube. It's an expandable tube, so you don't wait for signs. And I do see a lot of patients that say, I had no symptoms,
Right.
and you won't until late. And once you present late, a lot of options are taken off the table. So the best thing to do is just follow the guidelines and get one done routinely.
So colonoscopy is one of the best ways to do this.
It is by,
there are other screens that you can do?
Not very good and very effective.
Okay.
We're trying to come up with new techniques that patients will tolerate,
Right.
But so far no luck.
Well, the colonoscopy's never bothered me, it's just getting ready.
And that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
But it is a necessity.
That is a challenging process. All right.
So one of the things that we offer in our office is that patients make up all kinds of reasons not to have these done, and one of it, so they don't want to take off work and miss a day. So if you're healthy and have no risk factors, you can just call the office and we will book you straight in to get this done. Our nurse will call you and go over everything so that you don't have to take a lot of time off work.
Okay.
And the procedure itself only takes 15, 20 minutes to do. Right. And the good news, it's not yearly. It's something that,
you don't have to do. So, but
correct.
you do need to start at around age 50 or by age 50.
The guidelines for average risk are 50. Right. And if you have risk, then a little earlier.
So family history would be what?
A first-degree relative, so a parent or a sibling with either polyps or colon cancer.
Okay.
And that would be the biggest risk factor. Now, people think this is environmental. It's actually more genetic than anything else. That's why family history is very important.
So it's a genetic thing.
Yeah, it is.
So who in your family had it?
Well, my grandfather died of that, but my mother died of breast cancer, and so she died in her 40s. So she may have been the
It's important you
channel.
pass your message on to your kids,
Kids,
whether they want to hear it or not.
Right.
Right.
You've got to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that would be, but
Right.
he was in his late 50s, and it was undetected.
Yeah.
In those days.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
and so there weren't the procedures to do that, and so it was fun. What got you into this line of work?
Actually, a friend of my dad's, I worked with him in a GI lab and just loved doing things with my hands and loved the field and got into it a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah,
All
a long time ago.
So what brought you to Jackson?
New opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I moved from Nashville, was there a long time, and was just looking for a new opportunity.
Okay, right, yeah.
Well, we're glad you came.
Yeah, we
appreciate
saw a lot less traffic here.
A lot less traffic.
Yeah.
Nashville's becoming Atlanta-esque.
Yeah,
It is.
All right, so there it is. All right, so you're with Tenova, and then you have your own clinic within.
Yeah,
Tenova.
so we're at Tenova Digestive Health, which is right next to the hospital.
Okay.
And you can call us, and we'll do anything we can to make sure people get their screenings done.
Now, do you have a website if folks want to go on the website?
Tenova.com, and I think they
go
can
to
find us
Tenova.
through
Okay,
there.
I can
Okay.
find all that. Okay. Well, Doctor, it's good to have you with
It is
us.
Well, I
good to have
appreciate you having me.
Great information.
Colon Cancer
During
Awareness
this
Month,
colon-
all this month.
That's right.
And so family history, in direct lineage family history is
Correct.
is the most important.
That's for risk factors, but the average person should get it done
Get it done by
routinely.
50 anyway.
Correct.
If you're healthy and you're right at 50 or over 50, you can call with this new direct access
Okay,
that they
right
have
there.
and get in and get out.
Correct.
Get taken care of.
All right, very good. Well, if you get past that prep, doctor, come back and see me. It's good to see you. We're going to be right back with more 6 in the City.
For more than 170 years, Lambeth has lived in the heart of Jackson. We've evolved without forgetting our roots. But now we're part of a major research university. Classes are still small. It's your potential that's bigger. More degrees, state-of-the-art facilities, nationally ranked programs, and a culture driven by doing. University of Memphis, Lambeth. Nationally distinguished, locally yours.
This commercial isn't going to shock you or make you laugh, but it just might save your life. Every one of these people is alive today because someone else took the time to give blood. Hopefully, the person that gives blood for you is watching this too. Do you have time? Please give blood.
back to 6 of the City. We're on the way to a performance from 30 Wonderful, and we're looking forward to that with Jennifer Weems and Tony Burriss. But in the meantime, we have with us Kayla Williams, who is the Caterpillar, Hannah Riley, who is the Duchess, and Rob Beebe's back with us, the Knave of Hearts. They're all part of Alice in Wonderland, Ballet Arts, with performances this weekend coming up Saturday evening at 7 and Sunday afternoon at 2.
The 19th and 20th. If you're watching today. You can get tickets at balletjackson.org or at special occasions, or you can call 668-3240 to get your tickets.
668-3240. Ballet Arts Jackson, and get all that lined up. All right. So we're raring and ready to go, huh? Been at work for a while.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we always ask it, and Kayla, with you started dancing when?
I started dancing when I was 3 years old. So
we know her mother.
We do know her mother. But I don't think we'll have any problem out of it.
So, so Michelle take you down there and drop you off, or do you want to go, or?
Yes, I love going. I love it. It just gives me a way to express myself and relieve stress and have fun.
Okay.
So how many productions have you been in so far?
I've been in about 6 spring performances and about 8 Nutcrackers.
Wow.
So.
Okay, very good.
Nutcracker's becoming old hat for you, isn't it?
Well, Hannah, what about you?
I've also been dancing since I was 3, and I'm also agree with Kayla. It really does give me a way to express myself, and it's a way for me to get away from things in the outside world. Just go to the studio and just dance and relieve things on my mind, and makes it very enjoyable.
All right, so what about this production?
It's very fun. There's
how many characters are in it? Because it's Alice in Wonderland. It's got to be a bunch.
We have at least like 60 cast members.
Oh my gosh.
60 cast members. Okay. Yes. So how different is this than Nutcracker? Is this?
Oh, it's a totally different. We have jazz dancing, we have tap, and we have classical still, but a lot of fun colors and costumes.
Okay.
It's Alice in Wonderland.
So it gives you a little more diversity then. And Rob, you got involved in this how?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, I wore a funny T-shirt that my sister had given me. Right. On the front, it says, "Male dancer, chicks dig it." And I happened to be in Miss Pat's costume store running a costume for a vacation Bible school through our church. And she saw the T-shirt and called me back into her office. I thought I was in trouble. And after some awkward small talk, she finally asked, "What kind of dancer are you?" And come to find out, she thought I was a bit more exotic than I turned out to be. But when she heard it was in
you
ballet.
Said you ever seen the Macarena?
After she found out I had some experience in ballet, she
So you had some
recruited
experience
me.
in ballet. Okay.
Yeah,
so how did that happen?
Well, my mother was a professional ballerina before kids, of course. I was a 10-plus pound baby, and that kind of ended that.
Ended her.
But she never forgave me.
Okay.
But so I actually got recruited when I was young because one of the girls that she was teaching broke her foot right before the show, and they needed a character, and I'm a bit of a character. So I took the role and was lavished with attention from all these young, beautiful ladies, and I was hooked. And it's been involved ever since.
Playing football, then?
Absolutely. I played football too, but much nicer teammates in ballet.
All right, so you got involved in this, and so are you with most of the performances now? Are you kind of become a regular with Ballet Arts?
As many as I can. Miss Pat teases me. My last name is Beebe, and she says that refers to bottom of the barrel because my first performance, they actually had a Drosselmeyer, so I play in Nutcracker the last couple of years. They had one signed up, and he couldn't last minute, and she tried to find anybody and everybody to fill the role, and found no one, and remembered meeting this guy with the funny T-shirt, and said, "We got nothing else. Let's give it a try."
What have I got to lose, right?
She was one step away from calling me.
We do have a King of Hearts role available.
That's VBB.
Well, what about the Caterpillar? What does the Caterpillar do in all this?
Well, the Caterpillar is very exotic, kind of, and I have 18 feet, so a lot to handle back there.
Okay, all right.
So you dance with your 18 feet?
I do.
Oh, wow.
And then Hannah, the Duchess, then is?
Yes, I get invited to go play croquet with the queen, actually, sorry. And surprisingly, I beat her, and she wants to have my head cut off.
And this one, she says, "Off with her head."
Okay.
And I'm not really royalty, but I want to be, so I try to get the knave.
Oh, I see.
So I can become royalty.
So the knave is your conduit to royalty.
Yes.
I didn't realize names were royalty. I thought they worked for them. But
well, I'm the jack ultimately, so jack of all trades,
Jack
right?
of all trades.
But my interest, I see right by the beauty, and of course I think with my stomach, so I'm always after the Queen's tarts, and that gets me in a little bit of trouble.
It is coming up the 19th and the 20th. That will be this Saturday evening at 7, Sunday afternoon at 2. BalletArtsJackson.org. You can also get tickets at the door or at special occasions here. It's good to have you all with us.
It is good to have you all.
Very good. Great to be here. We're delighted to have these folks as well. We'll talk about an album that she has done a little bit later in the show, but this is 30 Wonderful, the talent of Jennifer Weems and Tony Burriss.
You walked into a party like you were walking into a yard. Your head strategically dipped below one eye. Your scarpet was apricot. You had one eye in the mirror as you watched yourself get by. And all those girls dreamed that they'd be your partner. They'd be your partner. So vain. You probably think the song is about you. You're so vain. You're so vain. I bet you think the song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? Well, you had me several years ago when I was still quite naive, and you said we made such a pretty pair that you would never leave. Clouds in my coffee, and you were so vain. You probably think the song is about you. You're so vain. You're so vain. I bet you think the song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? And your horse naturally won. Then you flew your Learjet up to Nova Scotia to see a total eclipse of the sun. Where you should be all the time. When you're not, you're with some underworld spy or the wife of a close friend, and you're so vain. You probably think the song is about you. You're so vain. You're so vain. I bet you think the song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? You're so vain. You probably think the song is about you. You're so vain. You're so vain. I bet you think the song is about you. Don't you? Don't you?
The DVR. It changes the way you watch TV forever. DVR service lets you instantly record a single show or an entire season and even pause live TV with a push of a button. And now, EPlus Broadband can set you up with multi-room DVR so you can play, pause, control your TV choices from any room in your home. Start a show in one room, finish in another. It will change your life. Learn more about multi-room DVR. Call or visit EPlusBroadband.com today.
Jackson Police, what do they do? And why do they do what they do? EPlusTV 6 Roll Call, an update on the people and the work of the Jackson Police Department. A new show every 2 weeks. What they do and what we can do to make a difference in Jackson. Roll Call now includes you, exclusively on EPlusTV 6.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included with your EPlus broadband cable TV for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Visit EPlusBroadband.com to learn more.
We're back on 6 in the City. We'll have more coming up from 30 Wonderful, Jennifer Weems and Tony Burriss. And Jennifer has an album out that we'll be talking about a little bit later as well. Speaking of music, Diane Robinson from the Ned is with us, and Dave Brasher from the Star Center. And they've teamed up for an event this coming Friday evening, March the 18th. It's going to be at the Ned at 7:30, and it features the King Bees.
Absolutely.
All right, very, very good. All right.
Anybody that wants some rhythm and blues,
yeah.
It's going to be right here.
Come out to the Ned.
You've seen them at a lot of different events in this city. It's going to be great to see them in a concert setting, which will be a lot different for them and for most of the things we see them at. And so this will be fun.
Absolutely. I mean, the Ned may be one of the best venues to see a live show for a long way away from here.
Right. Yeah. So that's coming 7:30 this coming Friday. Now this wraps up the season.
It does wrap up our season.
Okay, so when are you going to start announcing about the next one then?
We're going to announce them that night.
Oh, that night. It's going to be Friday night.
So if you want to know, you got to come Friday night.
We are going to announce the season
concert and the preview, first dibs on the tickets for the next
season.
Oh, so how did the Star Center get tied into this?
You know, sometimes you've got board members that talk to other board members, and they work up this idea, and then it shows up, and you're just so thankful that it did. You know, the reality is the city and the county both have loved on the Star Center since 1988 in the very beginning. This is just another example of how that relationship between entities within the city and the Star Center are working together to fulfill our mission of any person with any disability to realize their potential and enjoy some great music in the meantime.
All right, so we buy tickets to King Bees, not only get the great concert, but then also part of the proceeds go to the Star Center.
No question, and for those that don't know, you know, we have a creative therapies department at the Star Center where we offer music therapy, we offer art therapy, and so it's a great mission fit for us. It makes a lot of sense for us to partner. You know, we had Andrew Peterson in several weeks ago. That was a fundraiser for our literacy programs, and so this is just another example of how collaboration for a common cause makes a lot of sense, and anytime we have an opportunity to do it, we're going to jump on it.
Okay. What King Bees, what attracted you to them?
The rhythm and the blues.
Yeah, okay.
That's all good for me.
Okay.
Actually, to be honest, when I go to the Orpheum to visit a show there, we usually go and eat at B.B. King's.
Okay.
And the band is all plays
they play
there.
there quite a bit.
So
that
when
was
their names
on top of the table down there.
There you go.
About a year ago.
No, it's not that often. But here again, one of our you are crazy. One of our board members has brought him to the Ant and felt like he would be a good fit for the Ned, and so that worked well. And we're excited about them coming. Now they are doing their show straight through, no intermission. It'll be an hour and a half of straight out music.
Oh, wow.
And then they've got to hit the road and go back to another function. Another function the same night. So they're going to give us a hard hour and a half.
Well, they do a great variety of music.
They do.
I mean, because they're capable of doing jazz and other things. I mean, so you'll hear a lot of different things out of there.
No question, and for those that heard them last year, I mean, it's an amazing run of show. All the songs that we all know. And to put it in the Ned in that intimate environment is going to be awesome, and my wife and I certainly are looking forward to it.
The show will start at 7:30 Saturday night, straight through, hour and a half, no intermission, and so you'll be out early enough in the evening, and you can get tickets at 425-8397, 425-8397, and a portion of that goes to the work of the Star Center. When people ask you about the Star Center, what do you tell them?
I tell them it's the most amazing place that I've ever set foot in, and I'm still saying it 14 months later. I came in January of last year, and I can honestly say it's the first time I've ever had an opportunity to be in the place where services are delivered. You know, at the Healthcare Foundation, we were a conduit, really. And so the dollars would go to provide services, but I didn't get to see it and didn't get to interact with the clients that were the beneficiaries. I'm getting to do that each and every day, and so a bad day is still awesome.
Yeah.
And it's just a great thing. And Jerry Gay and Billy Duke collaborated to bring this event into being. And at the end of the day, it's still folks loving their community, thinking outside the box. Hey, can we put these things together and make it work? And it's to be celebrated.
Jerry and Billy have a great link here. Yeah, because this is a wonderful concert. It'll be a fun night, and you'll be downtown. A lot of things going on downtown before and after, so you can spend the evening down here.
And it'll support a great cause.
425-8397. That's right. Of every age. Amazing thing about Star Center, got people that are little bitty. There's people that are elderly and starting over.
There's no doubt. We serve folks in the neonatal intensive care unit all the way up to a nursing home.
It's a magic place. Wow. It's good to see you both. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
New season will be announced Friday night as well. We're going back to the main stage, and once again, the talent of Jennifer Weems and Tony Burriss. This is 30 Wonderful.
I heat up, I can't cool down. You got me spinning around and around, round and round, round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight, fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Sun lights up the daytime, moon lights up the night. I light up when you call my name, and you know I'm gonna treat you right. Every time you call my name, I heat up like a burning flame full of desire. Kiss me, baby, let the fire get higher. Abracadabra, I wanna reach out and grab you. Abracadabra, abracadabra. Now you've listened to my story. Here's the point that I have made. Chicks were born to give you fever, be it Fahrenheit or centigrade, they give you fever. When you kiss them, fever if you live and learn. Fever till you sizzle, what a lovely way to burn. Every time you call my name, I heat up like a burning flame full of desire. Kiss me, baby, let the fire get higher. Abracadabra, I wanna reach out and grab you. Abracadabra, abracadabra.
This commercial isn't going to shock you or make you laugh, but it just might save your life. Every one of these people is alive today because someone else took the time to give blood. Hopefully, the person that gives blood for you is watching this too. Do you have time? Please give blood.
Ready, set, go for it. It's your adventure. This is your GAC.
In 1986, my life changed forever when I struck 3 buried high-voltage cables while working on an excavation site. 30,000 volts of electricity blew through my body. I'm lucky to be alive and able to walk again. Today, accidents like mine can be avoided with a simple call to 811 in order to have your dig site marked.
Always call 811 before digging and be a hero. Respect the flags. Brought to you by Tennessee 811.
Welcome back to Six in the City. We'll have more with Jennifer and Tony. And
excited to have them today and to hear about her CD release.
Her brand new album that is out and recorded in New York it was. So we'll get details on that. So a real pleasure to have them with us. Well, it's about that time. We're fixing to go red. You can tell from the couch and the red pants. And,
we didn't get the memo, so
we didn't get the memo.
We got the
you
memo.
Got close.
We got the memo, but we didn't read the memo. Apparently.
Yeah, apparently not.
It's okay.
But Chris Futrell is with us. He's with the American Heart Association. Coming up the first Tuesday in April, we're getting ready to go red for women. April the 5th.
Yes, that's right.
It's at the Carl Perkins Civic Center.
It is.
Doors open at what time?
5:30.
5:30.
And we'll have dinner at 7.
All right. So what all's going to be happening then? If I get there at 5:30.
Yeah, so if you get there at 5:30, especially if you're at a sponsored table, we have the VIP party going, sponsored by Nordstar Medical Center, and it's great, delicious food from Laura Nord. And there's West Tennessee Heart and Vascular Center, our presenting sponsor. They'll be set up. Our national sponsor, Macy's, will have tons of booths. Even a lipstick touch-up station, just in case you want to touch up.
Just what you need.
Yes, just what you need.
Okay, very good.
Tenova Healthcare will be set up. We'll have other sponsors like Commercial Bank and Trust. It's just a great evening to come and mingle and network and eat a little and drink a little if that's your thing, and have a great dinner.
Okay. So coming up. Now you still have opportunities for sponsors if they want to add to this event, right?
We do, yes. If you would like to become a sponsor, I can hook you up. Yes.
So we just need to give you a call at 267-8479.
Absolutely. Or if you want individual tickets, you can call that same number.
Tickets are how much?
$75 a piece.
Okay.
Yes.
So $75 single tickets, and you got tables starting.
Absolutely, tables starting at $17.50 for a sponsor. But again, if you want individual tickets, you could get 8 for $75 a piece.
Get 8 or 10 folks together, you got a table.
That's right.
267-8479. All right. What's the significance of red in all this? How did this happen to become the identifier?
So Go Red for Women, and red, I guess, because of the heart. But Go Red for Women started over 10 years ago, and basically, American Heart Association started it because women just weren't listening up. We weren't listening to the point to understand that this is our #1 health threat. So we had to get louder. So we started this movement called Go Red for Women, and it is a national movement, and here locally as well, to get louder and to make sure women know that, hey, you know, stop smoking, get active, and try to eat the best you can and eat right.
Well, the heart, I tell you, then the heart stats were changing for women then as a cause of death.
Well, yes. I mean, 1 in 3 of us are dying from heart disease. 1 in 3 people die from heart disease and stroke. 1 in 3 women are dying from heart disease.
It was more men than women, right? And
it
starts
is.
Equalizing.
It's 1 woman every minute of every day, more than all forms of cancers combined.
But we can change that because 80% of that can be prevented. Right?
Absolutely, and that's the key.
And that's the whole purpose behind this event is awareness and to let people know that that can be prevented.
Yes, and it's going to take lifestyle changes to start really preventing this. So we're going to talk a lot about that.
But people have been making started to make good lifestyle changes, you know, within the last couple of years. And I think there's a movement that's getting momentum, but it's slow, but it's going.
Yes. We just got to keep talking about it. So many women still have
Go
no
Red
idea.
is that fire.
That's right.
It needs to
turn it up.
That's right. Turn up the fire.
That's right.
The American Heart Association Go Red for Women campaign, and Macy's is the national sponsor of this. A lot of other people are involved in this, and it will be on Tuesday, April the 5th at the Carl Perkins Civic Center. And you can go to westtngored.heart.org. If I get there, what will I find?
Yeah, when you get to that front page of the website, just go over to your right side of your screen on your computer, and you're going to see a button or a place to click that says reserve your seat. So that's where you can buy tickets.
As easy as that.
Okay, westtngored.heart.org.
Doors open at 5:30.
Now, will there be
7.
information about this from some of these folks, like Sanova and some of the other people going to be there as far as health information?
Absolutely. We do have healthcare systems that will have information provided, and we'll be providing information as well. So you're not going to be able to leave that place not knowing what you really need to do. Now, whether you want to make those choices or not, that's up to you, but you're going to know while you're there.
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes it takes a heart attack or so to get our attention.
It does, and that's what we want to prevent, because most people don't survive once they have a heart attack. So
because it's gotten past the point.
So, all right. Well, it's important work, and it's a fun evening. 5:30 dinner at 7.
Get out your red dress.
That's right.
All right, and we're getting ready to go red.
You
for
can
women.
get your red shoes out.
Yes, anything red. Just wear anything red.
If you need to talk to Christy about this or other activities with the American Heart Association, she'll be happy to talk with you at 267-8479, Tuesday, April the 5th. At the Carl Perkins Civic Center. We're going red for women starting at 5:30.
That's right.
It's good to see you.
It is good to have you here.
Thank you.
We're going to be back with more as we continue 6 in the City.
Okay, Josh, do your stuff.
Okay, people, you know the drill. Cat foods only, guys.
Sometimes you gotta live what you believe up in your arms, 'cause that's where it starts. Right here with you and with me. I know well, needs now is love.
Generosity, pass it on.
A little help from up above. Faith to me.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Utility infrastructure often coordinates with streets and highways. Much of the work performed by utility crews is done in proximity to traffic. Tennessee has added utility crews to the mandated clearance for emergency and law enforcement personnel. When lights are flashing, crews are working, traffic should move over an additional lane. If a lane gap is not available, traffic should slow. The Jackson Energy Authority thanks the drivers of Jackson for your cooperation in Move Over Tennessee, promoting the work and safety of JEA personnel.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included with your EPlus broadband cable TV for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Visit EPlusBroadband.com to learn more.
Welcome back to 6 in the City.
It's I just don't.
Rhonda Hopkins Richards is with us, the owner of Rhonda's Travel World, and we have also Chantilly Silverton with us, and
we're very fortunate to have her. But she's a grieving widow.
We just had a section on women and heart disease, and now we're about to meet a woman who has no heart.
And
well, I resemble that remark, Mr. Bowers.
Somebody's on a fast track to
Miss
a slow
Chantilly
death.
Silverton is with us, the grieving widow. They're getting ready to make a trip to New Orleans, and it's going to be September the 9th through the 12th, and it's a murder mystery.
It's a weekend murder mystery.
All right.
Weekend murder mystery.
And we take the train to New Orleans.
Taking the train to New Orleans, and we don't even know what's going to happen on the train. But once we get there,
I think they've made movies about this kind of stuff, right? Okay.
Exactly. Once we get there, we've got a reading of the will at the mansion, along with dinner.
Okay.
3 nights at the St. James Hotel right there in the French Quarter.
Okay.
We also have a riverboat cruise.
Wow.
At the very end, I know during all the grieving process, we've got to do, we've got to put together, I'm so sorry, dear. Mr. Stanley's ashes have got to be distributed. Stanley? Mr. Silverton, who do you think you're taking? So sorry.
That was another
Show
one.
some respect. I'm sorry, I really.
Chantilly, how many grieving widow episodes have you had in your life now?
I don't really like to talk about it. But now I was wife number 7 to my sweet baby, Silverton.
Silverton,
Precious Sterling Silverton.
And so I take it that he met an unexpected or untimely demise?
Well, when I came home that night, he was in his bed all tucked in nice and cozy, and I looked in on him, and then the next morning he just wasn't breathing. I don't know what happened.
Well, what happened? Okay. And so part of this is are we going to try to find out what happened to Mr.?
Well, yes, there is some clue clues along the way.
We got another one.
Oh, well.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something, Mr. Bowers. This woman doesn't have a clue what she's talking about. We're taking my sweet baby's ashes down to New Orleans because that was his favorite place.
Okay.
And everybody on the trip is going to have a role to play because they're either going to be a family member, an employee of the Sweet Feet Foot Company that my husband, you know, he owned and made his millions, or they may have worked on the estate. But you know, things tend to get real nasty at the reading of the will, and everybody's greedy little paws come out. That's when things.
So we're going to New Orleans for the reading of the will.
The reading of the will. To take my baby's ashes down there.
Well, I understand that, but I got the feeling that the will
you
is
never
the main
know
draw.
when somebody else might just drop dead because over my dead body will somebody take my money.
Okay, I see.
Also, at the very end, we're going to have the traditional celebration of the funeral procession. We've got a jazz band that will be leading us down in New Orleans.
All New Orleans style.
Absolutely. We're going to be marching down
I get the feeling
Bourbon
people on the
Street.
side of the street going, "Hey, Chantilly, good to see you again."
Nothing but the best for my sweet baby.
Okay, so we're headed down not only to dispose of the ashes, but I get a feeling it's secondary to the reading of the will is the main draw.
Your feeling might be right.
And so if you'd like to make this trip, Rhonda, how do we get on board here?
Well, call Rhonda's Travel Corner.
Okay.
And our number is 661-9104.
All right.
And our trip includes, of course, the Amtrak, the hotel, meals, breakfast. We've got activities planned.
And we get to be in an authentic New Orleans funeral parade.
Absolutely authentic New Orleans parade. Funeral parade.
Funeral parade.
I encourage all wealthy old men to book this trip.
To come along, right?
Because I think as soon as the ashes are scattered, there'd be a wedding.
What happens in New Orleans stays
That's
in New
right.
Orleans.
What happens in New Orleans stays in New Orleans.
Is there a limited seating on this?
Actually not. Well, there is, as long as the train can hold us. But we do. At some point, we do have a large group going. So,
and the cost is?
The cost is $9.85 per person, and that covers everything.
Okay. Once you get on the train, you're not responsible. Well,
I mean, there are some additional optional tours that you could book separately, and we'll have a little free time for shopping if Chantilly can partner.
Oh, I love to go shopping, and I'd love to find me a good friend to take me shopping.
A good old friend?
A good old friend. Any friend that's got good credit cards.
Or the cash.
Well, Chantilly, it's good to see you.
That works.
It is.
Yeah. And Rhonda's good to see you. 661-9104. We'll take the Amtrak, the city of New Orleans together. And some of us may come back.
Yes.
Some of us.
Okay. Someone may come back married.
And some of us may come back wealthy.
That's right.
It's good to see you. Good to see you both.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know how they're going to follow this, but they are. They are pros at what they do. We're delighted to have 30 wonderful Jennifer Weems and Tony Burriss.
Feeling better now that we're through. Yes, I'm feeling better 'cause I'm over you. Learned my lesson, it left a scar. Now I can see how you really are. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. you're no good, baby, you're no good. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good.
Look around this league right now. Something is happening. Something is different. The game hasn't changed. We've just never seen it like this. The NBA on ESPN all season long.
Now get even more channels with your EPlus broadband cable subscription. Check out the new channels. In the expanded tier, we moved BBC America to channels 86 to 86 HD. In the Digital Plus tier, we added the Independent Film Channel, channels 112 and 712 HD, and Sundance TV on 108, 708 HD. For a copy of the new lineup, go to EPlusBroadband.com.
With the whole family online these days, speed matters. Good thing EPlus Broadband has the consistent speeds it takes to keep everyone happy. In the den with a tablet, streaming a movie in HD, on the home office computer, and using Wi-Fi on a smartphone instead of using up your data plan. It can all happen at once with no waiting. Speed matters. Call, click, or visit Jackson Energy Authority to get set up with EPlus Broadband Internet today.
Welcome back to Six in the City, and we were just checking, and there are some other
Mr. Silverton has
descendants,
other
relatives, heirs, potential heirs.
And the grieving Chantilly is.
They'll be making that trip.
Sounds like it's going to be an interesting trip, so you might want to call Rhonda and get your tickets.
Just to prove that we strive every week to be a variety show, we have Jeff Brown with us. He's minister to Skyline Church, and we're here to talk about Holy Week services. How are you doing?
That's quite a transition, huh?
I was trying to give it some gap and make it as smooth as possible, but it's a challenge.
Easy.
For those that have forgotten, like Chantilly, we are in the midst of Lent, or coming in the final stage of this, and Holy Week services are coming up next week as we move toward Easter Sunday. And so the Ministerial Association puts these together.
Absolutely. I think it's one of the best things that our community has to offer. But every year during this time, the Jackson Area Ministerial Association sponsors this series of Holy Week services in that week leading up to Easter.
So they start Monday. It will be Monday the 21st, and we'll go through Friday the 25th. These are at noon. There's a light lunch to follow that each day except Friday, as we go through Good Friday that Friday. So we'll start out at St. Mary's Catholic Church this coming Monday the 21st.
That's right.
Okay, and the speaker is going to be Dr. Dub Oliver of Union University.
Yes, we're excited.
And it also says a co-host church, and what is that function then?
So the co-host helps to provide for the lunch,
okay.
and we try to partner as many churches and people. I mean, that's what the week is about, coming together to rally around our common hope. So we have a different pastor, different church, different co-host every day through the Holy Week.
It's a great mix. At St. Mary's Monday with Dr. Dub Oliver and Fellowship Bible is the co-hosting church there. And then Tuesday at First Presbyterian on North Highland, the speaker will be Jordan Easley, who's a pastor at Inglewood Baptist. And First Cumberland Presbyterian is the co-hosting church there. Wednesday at Skyline Church of Christ, the speaker will be Jerry Campbell. He's a minister, one of the ministers at Northside United Methodist Church, and does a ministry also off campus from Northside in this city that's going very, very well.
Yes.
And Northside Methodist is the co-sponsoring church. The Light of Life Ministries is Thursday. That church is where?
That's Bishop Nathaniel Bond's church.
Okay,
yes.
It was there last year,
Absolutely.
Fairmont Avenue.
Yep.
And Pastor Jeff Rudy of First Methodist will be the speaker, and Evangelical Community Church, ECC, is the co-host. And then we wrap up Friday at First United Methodist downtown, and the speaker will be Pastor Jeremy Brown of the Journey Church. So you can tell it's a cross-section of people that produce this.
We really try to pull together all facets, and so I think you'll see that represented in the services. We have evangelical groups and mainline groups. There are small churches and large churches, white, black, and especially for people who are tired of seeing people fight and bicker and all the ways we divide. For 1 week, we do this really well to come together and say, let's look at what we have in common.
Do you have a theme each year with this, or do you just follow whatever the thoughts are for Holy Week from each of these
We really try to give some freedom to the pastor and to that church to allow the Spirit to move and to see where they are led in that. And so the lectionary has an appointed reading, but we don't hold fast to that. We try to give some freedom to that pastor to go and speak wherever he or she feels led.
Are these services posted anywhere where people could keep up with those, or could you go to the individual churches and find
Absolutely. I know they're posted on our site, skylinechurch.com, and I believe that you'll find them on a variety of sites, and we try to advertise through churches. But really, I want to make an appeal to anybody who has fallen out of church, who has given up on church, who doesn't have a whole lot of faith in church. If you are looking for a reason to believe again, come join us as we journey through this Holy Week.
Okay, all right. Went to a couple of those last year, and they're well attended.
They are.
And so it's a great break in the middle of the day.
Well, it's a great event for this whole community.
Absolutely.
To come
One of
together,
my
to bring the
favorite
community
weeks
together.
out of the year.
Okay.
Absolute favorite weeks.
What is the work or the function of the Ministerial Association here?
You know, we try to be a network of pastors leaning on each other. And so it's not just pastors. We have a group of nonprofit leaders who regularly attend.
Is that right? Okay.
And so we come together.
So
and
they see their work as ministry. Then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And we do too, and want to affirm that. And so we share
okay.
lunch once a month, but really the true ministry are the relationships that develop. And then, so consequently, the networking and the partnering of churches, we try to partner with other churches, and we don't want to compete. We want to cooperate. And so you see that spirit. The spirit that you see reflected during the Holy Week services, you're going to see all year long in the Ministerial Association.
Well, listen, you know, because those roles by nature are isolating in the sense that, you know, the only time you see other ministers maybe is at funerals, if you have commingled functions, every once in a while community events, but the interaction among ministers is very limited just by the nature of the work.
And so to sit around the table with people who know exactly what you're going through, that are in the same spot in their churches, and to lean on each other, and then to learn from each other, to try to cooperate. And, you know, we're doing the same thing. We're on the same team, so let's work together. And we don't always do that well. But the Ministerial Association is one place where those walls start to break down.
Okay, well, that's great. Well, Holy Week services, March the 21st through the 25th. There will be a lunch to follow each day during this, except for Friday, and that's with the help of the co-hosting church. Starts Monday the 21st at St. Mary's with Dr. Dub Oliver of Union. Tuesday at First Presbyterian with Pastor Jordan Easley of Inglewood. Wednesday at Just Church at Skyline Church of Christ with Pastor Jerry Campbell of Northside United Methodist. The Light of Life Ministries, Nathaniel Bond's Church with Pastor Jeff Rudy. And then Friday at First Methodist back downtown with Jeremy Brown of the Journey Church. And so, Jeff, it's good to see you.
Thanks for having us.
And once again, it's skylinechurch.com.
That's right.
That's, I mean, just one place where you can find the listing of these.
That's right. These Holy Week services are open to anyone. It's a free event.
Absolutely free.
Anybody
Please
in the community, come on.
Whether you belong to a church or not, I think you'll
Well, it could be a
find
great
something
time,
to
as
have
you
hope
say,
in.
it could be a great time to reconnect.
That's
You know,
absolutely
just
right.
blend in, have lunch, and benefit from the day. It's
Yeah.
good to see you.
It is.
Appreciate
Thanks.
the work of the Ministerial Association very much. We're going to be back as we continue, 6 in the City.
Jackson 24/7 continues this summer as your source for perspective on people, issues, and key decisions facing our community. Whether it's the economic challenges facing public education, the battle in the streets for local law enforcement, or a bold new leader for higher education, Jackson 24/7 brings you the key questions and answers every day at noon, 4, 6:30, and 9:30 on EPlusTV 6.
The DVR. It changes the way you watch TV forever. DVR service lets you instantly record a single show or an entire season and even pause live TV with a push of a button. And now, EPlus Broadband can set you up with multi-room DVR so you can play, pause, control your TV choices from any room in your home. Start a show in one room, finish in another. It will change your life. Learn more about multi-room DVR. Call or visit EPlusBroadband.com today.
We're about to wrap up high school basketball in the state this coming weekend, this coming Saturday. We'll have all the state championship games with the TSSAA right here at EPlusTV 6. And the cable system itself, EPlus Broadband's cable system, on TBS, CBS, TNT, and True TV.
That's right.
If you say, I can't keep up with all that, you don't have to. Just go to Jackson Energy Authority on Facebook.
That's right.
And Miss Carrie Brooks has, Carrie Jones, I'm sorry. She was a Brooks, but now she's Jones.
That's right.
And so anyway, Carrie Jones has got all that lined up. That was her first marriage too. She's not like Chantilly.
Yeah, she's not going after her.
That was her maiden name. Started to clarify that.
I'm sure she appreciates that.
Anyway,
Sorry, Carrie.
she's rigged up all of that, so check out the basketball. Also wanted to share a note from the City of Jackson, the Jackson Fire Department. The City of Jackson was inspected by the Insurance Services Office, the ISO, in December of 2015. And we've received an upgrade, public protection classification, to 2 on our fire insurance rather than 3. Which means that our city is one of the best prepared for fire emergencies of any city in the country. It's number 1 is the best possible rating out of 10, and we're number 2.
We're almost
We've been a 3
1.
classification. Big part of that, not only the investment of the city through the Jackson Fire Department, the investment of JEA. You can have, fire trucks are no good if you don't have water supply.
That's right.
And maintenance of a water supply adequate for fire protection is a big part of that. So congratulations to our guys. We got about 30 seconds before we get the music, and we want to talk to Jennifer for a moment. This CD that you'll see is Between the Darkness and the Dawn. And Jennifer recorded, you did this in New York.
I did.
Okay. So
Stadium Red Studios in East Harlem.
Okay, and the musician on this, or musician's producer on this?
Yeah, so one of the guys that did a lot of the arrangements, one of the songs that we do is All I Know, and he was one of the original guitar players for Art Garfunkel, and he arranged it and played one of the songs, the Art Garfunkel song, on the CD, and also the current guitarist that's touring with Art Garfunkel is also on that CD.
Well, it's excellent work. So Between the Darkness and the Dawn, you can get that at JenniferWeemsMusic.com. JenniferWeemsMusic.com. It's been really good to have you guys with us.
Been a pleasure.
Appreciate it very much. Real pleasure. We're going to let them close out the show. Jennifer Weems and Tony Burriss.
Thank you.
She's come undone. She didn't know what she was headed for. And when I found what she was headed for, it was too late. She's come undone. She found a mountain that was far too high. And when she found out she couldn't fly, it was too late.
Too late, she's gone too far, she's lost the sun.
She's come undone. She wanted truth, but all she got was lies. Came the time to realize it was too late. She's come undone. She didn't know what she was headed for. And when I found what she was headed for, Mama, it was too late.
It's too late, she's gone too far, she's lost the sun.
She's come undone, done, 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 done. Too many mountains and not enough stairs to climb. Too many churches and not enough truth. Too many people and not enough eyes to see. Too many lives to lead and not enough time.
It's too late, she's gone too far, she's lost the sun.
gotta change your evil ways, baby. Before I stop loving you, you gotta change.